Good morning, students. Today we are going to see about the lesson of history number 2, status of women in India through the ages. Now we are in modern period, right? In this period, our society have given full freedom to the women to participate and to give their contribution in all the departments of our Indian society. So what are the departments? Many departments is there in our country, right? Railway department, financial department, in military department, for whatever. If you take any department, there is one woman. They have given their contribution very well, isn't it? So that much upliftment we have got, and at the same time, our society also have given full freedom to the women, isn't it? So in this lesson we'll be see the status of women in different stages, that is for different period. Yes students, let me move into the class now. From this lesson we'll obtain the knowledge about the position of women in the ancient society. Next, the deterioration in the status of women in medieval period, and the major social evil prevalence in the Indian society, the role of reformers in the social evil eradication, women emancipation through education and social legislation and empowerment. So in this class we'll see the first two topic of this lesson. Let's start the lesson with the introduction. Generally, human society is constantly getting changed with some additions, assimilations, and omissions. This may be from within the society or outside of the society, isn't it? So women also have constitute half of the population. So this is imperative to have a historical understanding of the status of women through different stages. The position of women was not in uniform in all the period. It was different. For example, in Vedic period, women enjoyed equal rights. Which period? In Vedic period, women enjoyed equal rights, but with the passage of time, their status in the society found deteriorated, which means getting worse. So, some new social practices, customs, and systems which crept into the society in turn put limitations and restrictions on the liberty of women. So, in the Vedic period only, they have got a full freedom, and also they have enjoyed the equal right. But after some change and after some decades, it's getting changed, and they have introduced new social practices and customs on the women. So, during the British Raj period, that is, I told you, no, so the new social practices, customs, systems, everything was introduced in the time of medieval time. So, in the Vedic period, women enjoyed equal rights, but in a medieval time and all, they have restricted because of their new social practices. So, to make them to be free from these social limitations, many people, that is, many reformers, have fought for their upliftment. Some reformers are Raja Ram Mohan Rai, Dayanand Saraswati, Ishwar Chandra Vidyasagar, in Tamil Nadu, Ivera Periyar, and Jyotiba Phule. So they have fought for the upliftment of women, and they have got success also. For example, Rajaram Mohan Rai's effort led to the abolition of sati in the year of 1829. It's very important here, so note it down. Whose effort? Rajaram Mohan Rai's effort led to the abolition of sati. Sati is a kind of social practice was held in the medieval time. I will explain what is sati in later. Okay. Next, Vidyasagar's crusade for the improvement in the condition of widows. So in that time, widows' position was very poor. So he was struggled to improve the condition of women, and which led to the passing of Widow Remarriage Act in the year of 1856. So in a 1 mark they will ask you whose effort led to the abolition of sati in the year of 1829? Rajaram Mohan Rai. Vidyasagar's Widow Remarriage Act in the year of 1856. So in that time, women played an important part in Indian freedom struggle also. So in the Indian freedom struggle also, they have given full contribution to our country. And also in independent India, last few decades have witnessed that all the around development of women. So after freedom, our development of women was getting faster, and they have given their full contribution in all the departments. Let's see the position of women. What is that? Position of women in different stages. First stage, we are going to see about the ancient period. What is that? Ancient period. In the ancient Indus civilization of India. What is that? In the ancient Indus civilization of India, which evidences shows the worship of mother goddess. So they have worshipped as a worshipped mother goddess for as a god, isn't it? So that much respect they have given to women in that time. Which time? In the ancient Indus civilization of India. During the Rigvedic period, the position of wife was honored. What is that? In the Rigvedic period, it is believed that the position of wife was honored. At the same time, women's position was acknowledged, especially in the performance of religious ceremonies. If they conducted any religious ceremonies, they have given first preference for the women. And during the later Vedic period, that is after that is final stage of the later Vedic period, which witnessed the traditional development in the status of women, restricting her role in the social life except in the performance of religious sacrifices. So little by little their status was getting deterioration. So and that time her social and political freedom was restricted. So sati become popular during the later Vedic period. In which period sati was become popular? The sati was become popular in the later Vedic period. That time next and the patriarchal system became very rigid. At the same time, women were denied to study Vedic scriptures. So, very first, that is the beginning of the Rigvedic period, they have given full freedom and they have given equal rights to women. At the same time, they have worshipped women as a god, and they have given a first preference in during the religious ceremonies. But later by days, that is the later Vedic period time and all, their status was getting decay. So in that time sati was become popular, and also they refused to give the property of their parents. So the women and also women were denied to study the Vedic scriptures also. Next, medieval period. So in ancient period, they have full freedom, isn't it? And little later days, it's get decayed, right? So in the medieval period, they were suffered a lot. Let's see the sufferings. In the position of women in the society further decayed during the medieval period, and they were suffered from many social evils such as sati, child marriage, female infanticide, parda system, and slavery. Because of these social evils, they have suffered a lot. And also, monogamy was in practice. Monogamy also actually strictly they have followed, but among the rich people, they have followed the polygamy also. I will explain what is monogamy and polygamy later. Then sati was in practice among the royal and upper strata. That is, sati was in the practice of royal family people. And also they have followed the Devadasi system was in practice. Devadasi system means they have Devadasi, which means servant of God. That is a dancing girl dedicated to the service of God in a temple. That is called a Devadasi system. That also kind of social evil. So, remarriage was very rare. They were not allow the widows to getting remarriage. Among the Rajput people, that is they are in Rajasthan, on one evil was followed, that is called as Jauhar. Jauhar also in the practice. Jauhar means it's a practice of collective voluntary immolation, that is voluntary suicide by the wives and daughter of the defeated Rajput warriors, because to avoid capture and dishonor by the enemies. So that is called as Jauhar. That was in the practice among the Rajput people. And also they have followed the Parda system among the Muslim people. This was happened because of the invasion of the Muslim, that is Mughals. In this period, women's education was not completely ignored. They have given education but not much important. There is no proper evidence for the education of women in that period. But the women also got education that was informal, that is not in a proper way, just the informal. The rich people have appointed the tutors to teach their daughters or the women in their family, in their home itself. The daughters of Rajput chiefs and zamindars studied literature and philosophy. That is, only Rajput people's daughter and wives only have learnt the literature and philosophy, and other people and all not giving much importance for the education to the women. So we have said lot of women not giving full freedom, but in that time, general determination, we can find some exception ladies. They are Razia Sultana. She was the first Lady Sultan of the Mughal time, and Queen Durgavati and Chand Bibi, Noor Jahan, Jijabai and Mirabai. These women and all, they have showed their full power in that medieval time. See here student, here I have given you one picture, this is called as Jauhar. That is, this Jauhar was in practice among the Rajput people. They are in Rajasthan. I think how many of you have seen the film, that is movie Batmavat. If you seen the movie Batmavat means you know what is this. So in that Rajput family got defeated by the enemies. Instead of getting slavery by them, they just do this, they committed the collective suicide by themselves. This is called as Jauhar. Next, see, this is called as Parda system, which is still now followed by the Mughal people. And Devadasi system, that is the dedicated one dancing girl to the god, to serve the god in the temple itself. And this is called as monogamy. A man married a girl, that is called as monogamy. Polygamy means a man married many girls is called as polygamy. So the monogamy was in practice in the time of medieval, but the rich people in that time of medieval, they have followed the polygamy also. Polygamy means a man married a many girl, that is called as polygamy. Let's we see the British period. In the British period, what is the status of women? In the beginning of 19th century, female literacy was extremely low. There was literacy, but it's extremely very low level. In that time, the Christian missionaries were the first to set up the Calcutta Female Juvenile Society in the year of 1819. With this way, they have started to give education to the women. The Bethune School was founded in 1849 by J.E.D. Bethune, the president of the Council of Education in Calcutta. Next, Charles Woods. Charles Woods' education in Dispatch on Education in 1854, which laid a great stress on the need of female education. Because of these people, they have given much importance to the education for women. Indian Education Commission was set up in the year of 1882, which recommended to start primary schools for girls and a teacher training institution and suggested special scholarships and prizes for girls. So this encouraged the women to get education. In the year of 1880s, Indian women began to enter universities also. So they completed their schools and they started to enter into the universities also. In which year? In the 1880s. Then they become a doctors and teachers also. So for doctors we can say the example Dr. Muthulakshmi Reddy, isn't it? So she's best example for the women education. Then they begin to write the books and magazines also, because they have got the good education through this commissions. In the year of 1890s, D.K. Karve established a number of female schools in Pune. Pune means at present it is Pune, that is near to Mumbai, right? So in the year of 1890s, Mr. D.K. Karve have established a many number of female schools, especially for female, that is women's schools in Pune. Then the Indian Women University was started by the Professor D.K. Karve in the year of 1916. So D.K. Karve have given much importance to the women education, and he have started the Indian Women University in the year of 1916. In the same year, that is 1916 itself, they have started the Lady Hardinge Medical College was started in New Delhi for giving medical education to the women. So this much effort they have taken in the British period. So by comparatively we can say in ancient period and British period they have got good education, but in medieval period was very worst. So these are all the status of women in a different stages. Okay students, remaining topics, that is what are the social evil was there during the medieval time, and what are the role of social reformers to struggle against the women slavery, and what are the women have participated in the freedom movement, everything we will see in a next class. Thank you students.